What's up mga padres? Welcome back to our channel. Again, I'm Mike of So Padres. And today, we are back with how would I put this? I'm gonna unbox 1, 2, 3, 4 toys. So it's a multiple unboxing video. Four action figures slash collectibles that will actually form a BAF or a BAF or a CTB collect to build figure, which is already saw in the title. It's a Bane Mcfarlane collect to build. So by the way, here at So Padres, we do detailed reviews on unboxing videos on toys, sneakers, and collectibles. So no further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, I'd like to give a big shout out from my aunt in the States. Always there to support our channel and show some love. All of these stuff are from her, even the background. All the figures that I'm opening right now are from her, and even my background figures and even some of my shoes, pairs of shoes, are from her. And even this awesome hardbound special edition comic book, which is, I'd like to say that this is probably the best ever comic book that I've read. I mean, I'm a Superman type of guy, but this Batman comic book had me on the edge of my seat. So while reading it, I felt like I was watching a movie. So that's how good it was. From start to finish, first page until the end, really good. So it's from Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. So that's why. That's an obvious thing. So it's from them, super good. So yun yung ano niya, actual cover. This is I think a sleeve. So the action figures that we'll be unboxing is from that book. So if you guys have been tuned to us here at So Padres, me and Von were fans of the DC Mcfarlane line from the Godfather himself, of course. So let's get started. Of course, we'll start with the main character of this comic book. I think I forgot to mention it. Batman, The Last Night on Earth, or also known as LKOE. So start off with this guy, since I don't think there will be any spoilers, since this came out sometime now. And just to share, this is the first wave ever that me and Von saw, I think in 2020, that got us hooked to buying and unboxing and reviewing Mcfarlane figure. I've had this for this set for quite some time now, and finally I decided to open them up and share it with you guys. And of course, since these toys have been available since 2020, I think I don't need to go into detail with their tech specs or whatnot. Just a quick look at each one, and then we'll be forming the collect to build Bane. Since no spoilers, we'll start off with the main character of the book, which is this Batman. So he's actually the clone. So I said no spoilers. He's the young Bruce Wayne who wakes up in the future in an asylum, and then people there are saying that he's actually been dreaming, and then he has psychological problems, etc. Batman was just all in his head, and everything was not real. That's the start of the comic book. That's why he's in a straitjacket. So we'll open it up. So this is the card in the stand that comes with the Batman in the straitjacket. Another accessory that came with it is, of course, the Joker, or at least what's left of him, which is just his head in a lamp. And also another accessory is this nightstick or batuta that he got from the security. So finally, we have him out of the box. We have Batman. Ito yung straps sa likod niya that kind of resembles a cape. This one, nakuha niya as his substitute utility belt. So this is how it looks when he holds the lantern. So actually, this kind of makes me think about Kratos, since I just finished God of War Ragnarok. How Mimir's attached on the back of Kratos. So moving on to the other or the main accessories that we got from this figure, from this Batman, is the huge fists of Bane, and then his head, which kind of actually seems small. So let's move on to the next character. Let's pick I think Wonder Woman. In this future timeline, Wonder Woman is one of the few heroes left. I think there's no more Superman. Flash is in a Flash storm. Even the Spectre is dead. And basically, the Earth is in shambles. Kind of the New World Order is under Omega's control, which is this bad boy right here. We'll save the best for the last. So Wonder Woman sporting that mohawk, and I think later on Mcfarlane released a version of this figure with the Dr. Fate helmet, because in the comic that's what she's wearing, and I think she mentioned there that sadly the helmet no longer has the powers of Dr. Fate. So that's what another thing to make the heroes in this story super desperate, and that's where this Batman comes in to lead them again to a brighter or a new future. So let's open this Batgirl 2. Here's the card and the stand inside, and the metal looking yet rubbery sword of Wonder Woman. That's one of the great things about DC Mcfarlane toys. The weapons, they really look like they're made of metal, but when you touch them, they're really soft and rubbery. So here we have her finally out of the box. I think she's really hot. Huh? Of course, that's a normal thing with Wonder Woman. Wearing a tattered cape. Kind of looks like it's a cape from Superman, but it's actually not. It's a red hood. And she has really nice muscular thighs. Let's check out the nice buttocks. So kudos to MCF for that really nice attention to detail. Oh, the sheath of her sword is actually detachable. Nice. There we have it. And then this is what it looks like when it's in hand. Oh, this figure is actually surprisingly hefty and firm, not like those the King Shark wave that was actually rubbery and hollow. Didn't feel like action figures, like it just felt like kids' toys. And this one's really nice and really poseable, double jointed stuff and all. And of course, for the main accessories of this Wonder Woman is the nice and big muscular arms of Bane. So let's move on. And here we have now, second to the last, Scarecrow. So just peek at what's on the back of the boxes. So for Scarecrow, Bane is also shown in his picture. As to why that is like that, because in the story, Bane, I think, is kind of a zombie. His flesh looks dead, that's why it's actually gray, and then he's mindless, I think. And Scarecrow, I think, no longer has a body, just its head and this weird looking long creepy hands, which I think he's acting like a parasite to Bane's body, and he's the one who's actually in control. So that's how this Megafig stands out, because it's actually two figures in one. Of course, accurate to its source material, Bane and then Scarecrow on top. So yeah, That's what sets this Megafig aside from the other later on releases. So for comparison, for Batman, he's the one on his the back of his box. Of course, for Wonder Woman, it's Wonder Woman who shows actually other heroes in the back. So let's open Scarecrow up. So for this one, instead of the usual DC Mcfarlane black stands, it came with flight stand. Obviously, Scarecrow no longer has feet. Oh, I think, oh, he still has a body. I thought it was just his head and hands. So he still has somewhat of a body. I think it's just kind of a skeleton. And then mutated hands. And then a head which has a helmet, which we'll get into. I'll show you in a bit. But definitely he has no feet. So that's why this particular one came with the DC flight stand. And then here's the card. And finally, we have this creepy mofo out of the box. Look at those hands. It's like something that came out of a horror movie. Imagine this making clicking sounds. Diba? And then at first I thought this is actually his head. Oh, you can actually see it at this distance from the camera. So before I thought it was just like that, but it's actually kind of a helmet similar to, I think, kind of similar to what Red Hood has, but not exactly. So that's his helmet. I think it's for breathing purposes. That's why he has this. And I think this probably connects to Bane, but I don't think it will be able to connect. We'll see later. So when you open this helmet up, let's try to open it. That's actually what's inside this helmet. That's what's left of the Scarecrow, who actually is looking scary now in this future timeline of this LKOE story. Better focus. So let's put his helmet back on. Yeah, I think he actually has a noose around his neck, and it's actually functional to keep the front part of his mask or helmet to be in place so it won't fall off. He's wearing kind of a leather jacket that's really rubbery. Nice. Ooh, it's really hefty in hand. So it's the torso of Bane. So we're only a step closer to forming our Bane CTB or buff or Megafig or whatever you want to call it. Nice belt, rubbery clothes or sando. Oh, there's a hole in the back. I think that's where you can attach a Scarecrow, but I'll try it later on. So let's move on to my favorite character out of the set, and I'll tell you why. For various reasons. One is since it's his color. He's of course dressed in black and red, and since essentially our channel is a sneaker channel, sneakers and toys channel, our main line for what we review is sneakers. And as an OG sneakerhead, as I always mention, me and Von were Michael Jordan fans. We grew up in the Michael Jordan era, and if you're an MJ fan, an OG sneakerhead, you like anything that's in red or black and red. So that's one. So I'm a Batman fan, and Batman in red in this futuristic armor type of suit is super awesome for a fan like us, like me. And the second reason is, as I mentioned earlier, this guy is just a clone, but he's actually the main character or the protagonist in the story. And this guy, Omega Batman, is actually the antagonist. But the funny thing about him, again, this no spoilers since this has been out for a few years now. This is actually the real and the original, the old Bruce Wayne. So if the mask is removed, and eventually the mask is removed in the end of the comics, in their fight scene, it will reveal an old and scarred Bruce Wayne, who's I think he's trying to, if I remember correctly, he's trying to transfer over his conscience to this younger body clone of himself, of course, which didn't work out, right? With all that said, let's proceed and open up this bad boy, literal bad boy, since this Bruce Wayne turned sour, old, and evil. By the way, here's the back of the box, straight out of the comic book, really nice. Here's the stand, the basic black stand, and then a card. And there are extra set of hands, which are closed fists, which I really like, especially for if you're doing fighting poses. For Superman, it's usually flight poses, but for this Batman, it's gonna be a hand-to-hand fight pose. And finally, we have him out of the box. Oh, nice short cape. So if you're a superhero fan, you know that usually or sometimes heroes wear capes tend to have their capes get in the way of fighting, like Batman getting his cape stuck in a machine in a factory with the super villains or gang members in it, so it caused them harm. So nice take on Snyder and Capullo for doing this more modern attack on a cape, making it shorter. And then seeing the scales, get a better focus. There are scales on the armor, implicating or implying that it's more of an armor than just a basic suit. Of course, it's a future timeline, so Omega has all the tech in the world at his disposal. And of course, this is the OG, older, around I think 100 years old Bruce Wayne, who has done such lots of things to his body to try to preserve it, but it's still, of course, rotting as he ages. Really nice, badass face or mask. Kind of an old school style of a bat symbol, bat emblem on his chest. And then finally, we get to the last part, which is the accessory, the main accessory that came with this Omega Batman, is the legs. Kind of looks like just boots, but they're actually the legs of Bane. We can now begin. Sabi nga sa Bolt S5, let's bolt in. Before we do that, let's try to stand all the cast, even without the stands. I hope they stand. I'll just try to pose them in a basic pose. In the back, of course, Joker is the star of the show. Oh, eventually, Joker in this comic book kept on saying that I want to be Robin. I want to be Robin to Batman. I want to be Robin. He's certainly annoying and fun to read. I hope they do a cartoon movie of this. And he's no longer evil in this comic book. He eventually gets Robin armor or Robin body arm. It's like a robot body that his head is attached to. So eventually he becomes Robin. And becomes part of the new set of the new heroes or the Justice League, if you will. Of course, it's just them three, as Scarecrow will be joining the Bane. He'll be on the back of Bane. So let's start. So I guess I'll start with the torso. As you can see, it's a really big torso and a really small head. Just try to pop it in. So that's this part. This is actually Bane's neck. It's just full of muscle. And then we'll try his arms next. It's kind of similar to what King Shark had. So I finally was able to attach his arms, and damn, they really are super duper difficult to attach. So onto the next part, which is his fists or his hands. I think this part should be super easy, and then the most difficult part, I think, should be his legs, based on from what I've heard of in 2020. So, and true enough, the fists are super easy to connect. So I think it took me around 30 minutes just to attach his arms, and I think they're really stiff. Oh, the fists I think kind of fall off. This is what he looks like. Actually, I think I'll attach Scarecrow first. So for some reason, I think there's a peg hole on the back of Bane. For me, I think that's supposedly that's where you somehow would attach Scarecrow, but I think I can't find nothing on Scarecrow to use to attach him to Bane. So we'll just have to just put him over his back and shoulders. So this is how he will look. But first, let me attach the legs, which will I think will be a super difficult too. So this is now how he looks. So so even if I was able to attach the legs, they're actually falling off. So I might need to glue the shit out of them in the future to be able to display this big guy. Nevertheless, still looks good. So if I do that, the right leg falls off. So that's the best that we can do for now. Oh, even the left one falls. So here we have him, finally standing up alongside with the others. So that's it. If you reach this part of the video, super duper thank you. If it's your first time on this channel, please consider subscribing, smashing the like button, sharing this video, and hitting that notification bell. In behalf of Kapadring Von and Kat, thank you and peace out.